My name is Joseph Spenlove, and today I'd like to talk to you about starting the Slim Brother course. So you may have attended our first session, and today I'm just going to go over again what I said in the first session, and if you've missed the session, this will go through exactly what we've done and how you can catch up. First of all, you should either have one of these manuals. If you don't have one of these holistic lifestyle plan manuals, if you go to the advice page at slimbrother.co.uk, you can download your very own manual. If you haven't got one of these, you might want to pause this video now and do that now, because it is crucial about what we're going to talk about today. Now, there will be some updated issues of these, but generally what I'm talking about will correlate to your current manual. Now, first of all, you need to write your name there. And then second of all, I want you to write your 8-week goal. Okay, now please don't be blasé about your goal. If you put lose weight, then you might lose a bit of weight. You might lose a few pounds. If you put I want to lose a stone, I want to lose 2 stone, and then your actions will represent your goal. Okay, so I really can't emphasize enough how important goal setting is, and we'll talk about that more in a moment. The next one is your affirmation. Now, for those of you who are following a religion, this is also known as your prayer. If you're not a religious follower, then you need an affirmation. Now, your affirmation is basically a positive statement about yourself. Now, let me tell you a little bit of a story at this stage. When I first had my daughter, here's me at 31 stones. This is when I went with my daughter and we had our photo. I thought it'd be stylish to have this done. My granny doesn't like this photo. Anyway, we went to have this photo done and we went to have it framed, and the photographer said, "Oh, don't worry about this little bit here. We can chop that out." And I said to him, "Actually, no, don't chop it out. I want it in the frame. It's part of me." And that was kind of a turning point for me, really, because I had my daughter there. It really made me accept my body and understand that I did love every single part of me. And a lot of slimmers out there, they won't go swimming, they won't even come to my class because they think everybody's going to be looking at them, and they just feel ashamed and they hate themselves. So the first step to overcoming fear and hating yourself is not to love yourself. I know that's going a big opposite from hating to loving, but just to say a positive statement, and this is why we say an affirmation. So everybody's affirmation who isn't a religious follower will be, I love you, your name. So my affirmation will be, I love you, Joseph. So I'm going to write in there, I love you, Joseph. If your name's Vicky, then your affirmation is, I love you, Vicky. Now I want you to say your affirmation every single day, guys. I can't underestimate the power of the mind and how just saying something positive like that really will help. Now I've got another little thing to show you. This, you're going to see my messy studio. Obviously I'm filming today, but this is my heart mirror, guys. Okay, and the reason the heart mirror is so important is because it's very hard to look at yourself in a heart and A, not smile, but B, it's very hard to say something very negative about yourself. Now I got this from a shop called Evolution. This is a big one. They do small mirrored ones as well, which are a bit more cheesy and nicer, but I've got this one because it's quite durable. But any sort of hearts you can put around your home, especially when you're looking at yourself, will really help you take a more of a positive view. And instead of looking in the mirror and thinking, oh, I hate my size, I want you to think about something you like about your face, about your body, your clothes, something that you see about yourself, and actually affirm to yourself that it is a good thing, instead of focusing on the negatives all the time. So again, that's a really important thing as we start the course. Going down next, we've got our internal health and the metabolic type. Now, the metabolic type we're doing later. Internal health will come at a moment. Then we've got my telephone number and my email. Please, guys, if you've got any questions whatsoever, call me, email me. I love being popular and getting loads of emails and a lot of calls and texts, so feel free. I may not be able to answer you instantly, but I will get back to you at some stage and give you some vital feedback and answer any of your questions. Also, if you've got any feedback, negative feedback, please let me know, because I am a friendly person. I will try and solve any of your problems as fast as I can. Next, if you're doing the course online, This applies to you a little bit. You need to write in your weekly group meeting. Obviously, you're not going to get that if you are doing it online, but in person, I do need you commit, if possible, to one weekly group meeting where I'm going to see you for your weigh-in. And then secondly, we need to book in your video session. Now, if you're doing this online, I need the videos uploaded by 12 noon on a Saturday. So I don't mind if you want to do it every Monday, then that's fine, but as long as it's done by that Saturday by 12 noon, it is flexible, but it must be done by 12 noon on the Saturday. And the same goes with the in-person ones. The last meeting is 12 noon on Saturday. If you miss a week, then I'm sorry, but the free course is only open because you give me these videos, and you will just be greyed out on the website. Now, if you're ill, or obviously you've been an accident, something like that, then I'm not going to say that you can't come on the course, so I will obviously just let me know beforehand, and then everything will be fine. And then there's just more information on how to get my email tips and how to get my text tips as well. Also, the resource site, which is slimbrother.co.uk, go on advice, and there's lots of downloads there every single week. I give you a little bit of information in the nutrition class, but if you go on the website, you can download lots more information, and then a weekly video like this. So if you need to catch up, or if you didn't hear me say something, you can hear me via video go again. Right, now page number 2 of your pack is your weight and attendance, also your goal page. So first of all, where it says week number 1, I want you to write in your weight. Okay, so write in your weight there. If you're doing the course online, please use your scales at home. Always weigh yourself the same day, same time, same place, same scales if you can. Okay, so write in your weight. Then I want you to go up to goal 1. And your first goal for most people is to lose 1 stone. Okay, so if I'm putting in there 15-15, that's not even a weight. If I'm putting in there 15-13, then my goal would be 14-13. Okay, so it's just a 1 stone loss there. Next, you'll see this chart. The weekly dates are in here. And then on this side of the chart, you'll see that we have the predicted and the actual. Now the actual I will be filling in week by week, but the predicted I want you to fill in now, guys. What I want you to do is to set yourself a goal. So if you want to lose £1 every week, therefore you would lose £8 on the course, then I want you to write your weight £1 less. So if I was 15-13, the next week I would put 15-12. The next week I'd put 15-11. So just minus £1, and all it will do is give you a goal every single week. So if you if you stay the same, you'll know that you need to lose a little bit more to get to your end goal. Then at the bottom there, you've got your end goal. Now what I would advise is to put between £1 and £2, depending on your size. Going on £3 and £4 might be a little bit too much, and the worst thing with over pushing yourself is that you could be crushed, and then again you won't feel motivation to continue. So please be realistic with your goals, bearing in mind that the first week and the last week are generally the biggest losses. Not for everyone, but for half the course, the biggest losses will happen on the first week and the last week. Then over on this side of the sheet, you'll just see where I can fill in how many pounds you've lost. But as I said, you don't need to worry about that. I fill in the total and then I sign there. So that's your second one. Now, if you're attending at B3 in Derby, so that's only the B3 people, you need to fill in for me your age and your height in feet and inches, and we'll work out your body fat percentage. There's a special machine here that does body fat percentage and also your BMI. After that, you'll see we've got our nutritional advice. And also the totem pole of health. Now I'll just go through this quickly. This is basically the areas we'll look at throughout the course, and these are order of importance. Now the first one is thinking positively. As we said about the mirror, just being in the right place of mind. If you've come on this course, been pushed by a friend, or you've been twisted your arm, if I've twisted your arms, I apologise. Don't do it, okay? If now is not the time for you to do this course, then please walk away, okay? Unless you're dedicated and really ready to do this, then you're not going to get any result, and you're probably going to be unhappy as well over the next 8 weeks. So really decide if this is for you, if you are ready now to make some health changes and lifestyle changes to really lose weight. Secondly is to breathe correctly. Again, we are going to talk about these throughout the weeks, but that's the second one, breathing correctly. Third one is to drink healthily. We'll go back to in a moment. Next one is eating healthily. Number 5 is exercise, and number 6 here is sleep. So those are the 6 things in order of preference, and I want to really push there that eating is not as important as your mind, as your water, as your breathing. Okay, let me really get that across at the beginning. And this is why we don't talk too much about nutrients that much for the first few weeks, because it is all about those things. And those things are more powerful, guys, than changing your food and helping you lose weight. Okay, so if you have been going straight to nutrition to help you lose weight, this is where you need to look at your overall lifestyle and not just skip the steps and go straight to nutrition.